This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
We begin in a weather impact alert. Extreme heat is hitting every part of our region, making it a hot day for the few that we found out at Forest Park today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. It's 100 degrees right now, but it feels even hotter. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell is here to tell us if we're breaking any records, Scott.
Well, we did tie the record high for today, 102 degrees officially in St. Louis. That ties the record that was originally set way back in 1881. Long time ago. All right, the heat is on. It is hot both sides of the river. This is looking from O'Fallon, Illinois, back towards St. Louis. Traffic's rolling along. We've had some air quality issues just within the last couple of hours. Don't think we're going to actually make it into the orange category for the full 8 hours we need to get there. But right now, we are looking at that pollution kind of pooling across the area along with the heat and humidity. Most of us are in the upper 90s, right around 100, but it still feels like it's 105 to 110 for many of us right now. The heat advisory through 8 o'clock for much of the area, and then it's extended for the metro vicinity here as we go through tomorrow and into Thursday. So the heat is going to continue to be a problem as we see that cumulative effect. And the only relief, maybe you get an isolated thunderstorm. Right now, any action is down to our south, just kind of flirting with the Bonne Terre area right now, drifting towards DeSoto and Richwoods. Most of the metro will stay on the dry side. We'll see in a few minutes. We'll talk more about the changes coming just in time for the weekend.
And you can stay on top of this extreme heat. And if you need to find a cooling center near you, just text the word HEAT to 314-425-5355 and we'll send you a link.
Breaking tonight, a St. Louis County Council member is out. Hours ago, a judge removed Dennis Hancock from the council over what is being called a nepotism hire. But just before a 3 p.m. council meeting, a different judge vacated that ruling.
Okay, according to the information that Ms. Dana said, stating that your participation in the meeting, have you been served with any court order as it pertains to that item?
Not at this
'Cause
time.
I don't know all the details. Go, say it again, sir.
No, ma'am.
You have not been served.
No.
Okay, so we're going to press because he has not legally been served with any kind of court order.
St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney Wesley Bell filed a motion to expel Hancock after the councilman hired his stepdaughter for a job. Court documents say she was hired as an administrative assistant making nearly $25 an hour. Hancock was temporarily removed from being a council member, and then another judge, like we said, stepped in and vacated the ruling, allowing him to return to his position for now. You saw Dennis Hancock did not physically attend this afternoon's county council meeting. He was there virtually. Hancock agreed with several of the fellow council members who also say they think the initial order for him to forfeit his seat was rushed and possibly politically motivated.
Unfortunately, Mr. Hancock was not served, which is part of due process in this whole thing. So they tried to keep him from voting, disconnected his email, disconnected his badge service to the building. They did all this without due process, in my opinion.
These are the type things that paralyze us and keeps us from being opportunities into this foolishness. The waste of the judge's time, the waste of the councilman's time, and the waste of you all's resources.
County Executive Sam Page shared a statement on the ruling, saying in part, Mr. Hancock has admitted he violated the Constitution, so the best thing he could do is to step down so the issue is no longer a distraction, end quote. Robert Townsend will have more information tonight at 10.
There are new questions about spending in St. Louis Public Schools as the board is considering yet another hire in the next 30 minutes. Megan Kernan joins us live outside district headquarters with reaction from the board's vice president. Megan.
That's right, Mike. Tonight, the school board will discuss hiring a part-time consultant to help the acting superintendent. So we asked the school board's vice president if this additional salary is necessary.
These mentorships are really helpful for new superintendents, for experienced superintendents who have been through those experiences to lend their guidance.
Under the proposal, Dr. Joylyn Pruitt-Adams would be paid $185 an hour as a part-time consultant with a cap of $40,000 in pay overall. The school board's vice president, Matt Davis, says Pruitt-Adams would serve as a mentor to Dr. Millicent Borshade, working up to 5 hours a week. Borshade was named acting superintendent after the superintendent, Keisha Scarlett, was put on temporary leave.
We're talking about someone who's coming in on an interim basis right before school starts. There's a lot of complicating factors. So we want to make sure that we can get the administration the help that they can.
Right now, city and state leaders are auditing the district's spending.
You don't feel like the district is spending too much money. You feel like this position is justified.
Paying to support administrators so that they can maintain their focus on what's happening in the classroom is always something that we look for in sort of the cost-benefit analysis. Then absolutely it's a good investment for taxpayers.
Davis feels the experience Pruitt-Adams brings would benefit both the school district and Dr. Bourachade.
Dr. Pruitt-Adams has been there, done that several times, both through transitioning in University City to really sort of raise the bar in that school district, which was suffering when she started, as well as the Riverview Garden School District, which went through that transition from a state board to an elected board. So that's just experience that is really invaluable.
Dr. John Turner, an educational leadership professor at Missouri State University, says with the size of St. Louis Public Schools, it's normal to hire an outside consultant for a new superintendent.
It is not uncommon for there to be an onboard process, especially with a retiring superintendent or with a veteran superintendent coming in on a temporary basis to provide some support to the new person.
Now, we contacted the remaining 6 school board members about their thoughts on this potential new hire, but the ones who responded could not give a statement. The idea will be introduced tonight and voted on next month. The meeting starts at 6:30 and is open to the public. We'll be there covering it, and we'll bring you the latest online and on air tonight at 10. Live in downtown St. Louis, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
A former Franklin County middle school coach is behind bars tonight after being indicted on multiple sex charges involving a minor.
5 on your side's Holden Kerwicki joins us now with the latest on the investigation. Holden.
Well, Mike, and former Riverbend middle school coach Dustin Calzert appeared in court today, pleading not guilty to 6 felony counts for sex crimes alleged to have taken place with a student that was under the age of 15.
According to child advocate Amy Robbins, the law in Missouri is very clear.
There actually are laws in Missouri specifically that prohibit a teacher from having any kind of interaction with a student.
However, according to an indictment out of Franklin County, that didn't stop former Riverbend middle school coach Dustin Calzert from allegedly fondling a teenage girl, exposing himself, and sexually assaulting the teen while she was a student.
It's heartbreaking, honestly, to hear of this occurring within a school, by a person who is supposed to be trusted and respected, a person whose job is really to look over our kids and to protect them, and to take advantage of them this way is really, really disheartening.
Though the indictment was filed August 15th, the incident reportedly took place from November 1st, 2022 until May 31st of 2023.
It's actually more common for us to have a child that delays their disclosure or waits even years to tell someone about the abuse versus a child who discloses immediately after the abuse occurs.
Merrimack Valley Superintendent Carrie Sweargen told 5 on your side the district placed Calzert on leave before the start of the school year, and he has since been terminated, adding that the district is fully cooperating with investigators. But Robbins says there are steps parents can take to talk to their children at home.
Keep an eye on situations that don't seem right. Ask your children's schools what their policies are, what their code of conducts are, what they do if they figure out if a staff member violates that, and how they hold them accountable.
Calzert is currently in the Franklin County Jail, where bond has been set at $250,000 all cash. He's due back in court September 3rd. Ann?
A new law and a new lawsuit, the latest legal action between Planned Parenthood and the state of Missouri.